Welcome to Inktober Tangles 2025. Today we are on day 18 and we're doing Middleton by Yu Ru Chen. This is a lovely tangle, really nice tangle. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm just going to create a big circle, a big square, and you could go in with pencil first if you like, but I'm just going straight in with my ink. And just take your time, just parallel those edges of the tile to form your big square shape. And then I'm going to roughly split this into two squares, two sides, two halves, and then turn my tile and I'm going to do that same thing. So we've got 4 squares now that are roughly the same size. They're not going to be exactly the same size, and we're not aiming for the same size. So this is a fragment that we're going to create now. So each of these individual squares is going to be the tangle that I'm teaching today, Middleton. So the first one that I'm going to do, I'm going to mirror them all, is that we're going to come out from the top line about halfway along, or I'm going to come out the right line about halfway along as well, and then just meet them in the point. And then we're going to aura 3 sides of that square. And then, sorry, apologies, we're going to aura 4 sides, so just ignore that little bit there. And we are going to come down with a line here that goes diagonally. So we're joining that from that square, that corner of that square, to the corner of the other square that we created. And then from this corner here down to here. And then do that the same from here to here. And then we're going to put some parallel lines. Just like loads of stripes. This is more just for texture. You could put something else in here if you like. Yu Ru Chen has it so that you can do it like this, or you could have thicker strips and then they're alternating inked in, not inked in, if you see what I mean. And then we're going to come up into this square here, aura inside it, and then on the inside corner, I want to create a smaller square that's inked in, and then we complete that diagonal line. So for this next one, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm mirroring everything. So from that top centre line, in this instance, this is now coming out from the left rather than the right. And then we're going to aura down here. And then we're going to put our diagonal lines in. And then what you will find with this tangle is that if you play around with, you could have this first square and just repeat that, so that if you're looking at it this way, every time that you do it, you could have it so that that square's always in the top right. Or you could mirror it, or you could try doing different things. So you will always end up looking, with your tile looking very different if you do it each time. And you obviously can do different things with the fragments. So now because I'm mirroring it, I'm going to have this Inktin square be on the other side here. So inking that in there, and I'm going to turn my tile, and because we're mirroring this time, the tile is going to be on the bottom right, and then we're going to aura the 4 lines around the outside, and then do her diagonals. Do some parallel lines. Then we're going to aura in here. And do the little Inktin square. There we go. So then we're going to aura to mirror this. So we'll end up with the square on the top left. Aura all the way around. And split that diagonally. And do these parallel lines here. Aura in here. And that just looks so lovely to me. I really, really like that. And I'm going to come in now and add some shade. I'm going to go around the outsides of those inner squares. I'm going to go round those with the pencil, and I'm going to go either side of that middle bit as well. So many ways that you could shade in this one. So many ways. This is just one. And I think, what will I do for this? I think for the centre, I'm just going to put just a little bit of graphite either side of that line. So then I'm going to come in now and just bring that graphite out a little bit. Just smooth everything out. That's really nice already, I think. And then I'm just going to add just little bits here and there of the white pastel pencil. So I think maybe just on the tips of this centre thing. So smoothing this out. So there are so many different places that you could have added highlight to. I mean, you could, what I might do, I'm going to go around just the outside border and add some white pastel pencil in there. You could add white pastel pencil into the inside as well. Just variations really on a theme. could do it different every single time. I am debating whether or not to go into those. Right, I'm gonna blend this out and see how it looks. What am I thinking? I'm just going to leave them as it is. You might decide to shade in a different place. And then one last thing that I am going to do is to add some more emphasis to these lines that I've hidden a little bit under the white pastel pencil. It's quite relaxing for me doing this. Just finding the bits where we've made any changes to the way that ink looks. Don't need to go over all of the lines, just some of them. I might do these centre lines here. So this is a fun tangle to do. I like this one. Like I say, just the fact that you can get a different pattern each time that you put this together, depending on whether you have every single thing looking like this. You know, you could repeat this exact formation and have this being the top right in every single thing, or whether you you know, if you have it on a bigger tile as well, that would also give more meta patterns. And then if you imagine that you can have these lines radiating out from the center points and stuff. So yeah, this can look really, really, really cool. I love this one. So I'm just going to sign my shop here, and just because I've had a bit more of a squarish fragment that I've been putting together today, I'm adding more of a square around the outside. So that is day 18, Middleton by Yu Ru Chen. Thank you so much for joining in with me today. Do like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you'd like to see any of the other videos. I've got loads for Inktober Tangles 2025 and for last year's challenge, but I do regular videos every week as well. So yeah, join on with all of those if you would like to see some more, and thanks again for joining in today. Bye!